Hey guys, it's Jamie from LazerGaming. In this video, I want to talk about my new favorite custom game in Battlefield 1, and it's called Back to the Basics. Now, this was originally put out as sort of a option for people who own servers. It's a sort of custom rule set called Standard Issue Rifle, but when they brought it in as the actual custom games for multiplayer server browsers and being able to find for pretty much everybody, it's called Back to the Basics. So basically what this is you'll be playing Conquest with Standard Issue Rifles as your only choice of main weapon. So SMGs, LMGs, shotguns, and sniper rifles are not allowed. However, your pistols are allowed. So you're allowed to use pistols, and what they also do is they got rid of vehicles. Pretty much they got rid of the bigger vehicles like tanks and stuff like that. But there's still some of the sort of transport vehicles that we have, such as the motorized car and stuff like that. But the bigger vehicles are gone from this game mode. And pretty much you can still play as every single class. So you can play as medic, you can play as assault, support, or scout. But basically what you have is all the other weapons are locked, and then at the very bottom, if you scroll all the way down through the weapons, you can choose one weapon, which is the Standard Issue Rifle. Now, pretty much the weapons that there are is there's the Russian 1895 Infantry, which is the very fast-firing version of the Russian 1895. There's the SMLE Mark III, and there's the Gewehr M95. So they're all the very fast-firing ones, or relatively fast-firing ones. The only one that fires kind of slower is the SMLE, but that does have an advantage because it has more rounds in the magazine and technically more one-hit kills than the other snipers. So it kind of does balance out pretty well in this game mode, and it's just a really fun way to play Battlefield. There's 64-player, pretty much only infantry gameplay with these rifles, and it's just super fun. You can see I get some pretty fun clips in the footage there. And it's just one of my favorite game modes, and I hope they bring more game modes like this that sort of pay tribute to what World War I was actually like, with pretty much just bolt actions only, or faster firing bolt actions and semi-autos. But I wish they would do a Battlefield 1 like World War I edition, where it's just pretty much like that limits the amount of people that can play assault and stuff like that. And obviously it's just a custom game, so I know it would be stupid to limit the amount of assault, because that just inhibits the enjoyment of the game for some people. But if they were to do it as a custom game and say you'd have like 50% snipers, 30% semi-autos, 10% light machine guns, and 10% SMGs, and people could only use those, and once the slots were full for the team, you'd have to wait for someone else to open up, or you just go to the default sniper class. I know they had that in Bad Company 2 with like snipers and stuff. They'd limit the amount of snipers per team, and it'd be pretty interesting if they could bring that into Battlefield 1. But I'd also like just game modes, again, that just pay tribute to World War I, maybe a trench warfare custom game. I hope we do get a trench warfare map at some point that's pretty much just based on trench warfare in an upcoming DLC. Hopefully free so everyone can play it, but I already have premium, so honestly, I just want something that has pretty cool trench warfare. And if there was a Back to the Basics map with trench warfare, that would be absolutely awesome, because you get sort of both. You get, on one hand, trench warfare, which pays tribute to World War I, and then also people can only use bolt actions and pistols, which would be really cool. Tell me what you think about the ideas I've told you in this video. Tell me what you think about Back to the Basics, this new custom game mode. This is one thing that I really like that they've done with Battlefield 1, is that these custom games do keep the game kind of fresh and interesting, especially for a game that doesn't have that many weapons or content to begin with. It does sort of keep the game running and keep the player base alive. But that's what it is for this video, guys. Don't forget to drop a like down below and comment, and I'll see you guys next time.